Hey guys, 2 Central here at Third Floor Live Studios, and today we're going to be doing a review and sound test of the Tascam DR-40. The DR-40 is great for people starting up and recording audio for video or music. We actually got it for recording our video skits since the DSLR's mic had some echo and just didn't pick up the sound quite like we wanted. Also, I'm going to be using the DR-40 to record most of the audio throughout this video. I'll indicate on the top left of the screen when I'm using the built-in mics or my condenser mic that's going to be hooked up to the DR-40. So one of the first things you'll notice right away is the built-in dual condenser mics on top. They can be placed in an A-B setup like they come with, or they can be repositioned to get a wider range of sound into an XY position. This is great if you don't have a shotgun mic or an audio interface on your computer, or you're recording in close quarters. Next, we have the 2 locking XLR ports on the bottom. I really like this feature because it keeps the equipment safe from an XLR getting pulled out, which can easily damage the device and the mic, so yeah, don't do that. On the sides here, it has your standard 3.5 headphone jack, so you can monitor the sound during your recording sessions. Keep in mind you may hear some extra background noise through the headphones, but from what I've seen, nearly all of it goes away when you play the file back on your computer. It's not perfect, but if you're recording on a budget, and especially if you're just starting out, it'll get the job done. So next we have the extension selector, which lets you switch from line recording to mic and mic with phantom power. I actually picked this over the DR-05 because of the phantom power capability, since the DR-05 has plug-in power instead. They are different. Plug-in power gives you 5 volts of DC, which can be used to power cheaper condenser microphones, where phantom power gives you 48 volts, which powers a lot of inexpensive to top-of-the-line mics. If you already have a condenser mic, check the information on it to see if it needs phantom power or only plug-in power. A little bit lower down is going to be your hold button and your input change level. On the bottom of the mic are 2 XLR ports with built-in quarter-inch jacks. This was cool. Gives you the option to hook up an amp cable or an XLR. You'll also notice the push locks I mentioned before. Again, never plug in or unplug your cables while phantom power is on, because it's probably going to blow your preamp. So always make sure your XLR and mic are plugged in and ready to go before turning on phantom power. On the other side, we have the SD card and the USB port. It's pretty easy to hook up to your computer. Just plug it in, turn it on, and select if you want to be powered by your computer or if you're just pulling the audio off the device. Then on the back we have the battery housing, which holds 3 AA batteries, and the speaker if you don't have headphones. Get headphones though. It's so much nicer to actually hear when you're recording as you're recording instead of taking any chances. Like, that's actually what I'm doing during this own recording. So we have the tripod mount, so you don't have to carry it around. This makes it really nice if you want to have it running while you're operating the camera to give you a little more independence while filming and less need of a bigger filming crew. The internal features give you a lot of options and room to grow as your needs increase. There's a little mini diving, but it's pretty easy to see everything and navigate through the functions. It can record in mono, stereo, dual, 4-channel, and overdub. I like that you can record through the XLR ports as well as the condenser mics all at the same time. It gives a nicer all-around sound quality, and you can actually set a delay in the built-in mics to compensate for how far away you're recording from if you're also using a shotgun mic at the same time. When you're recording, it'll let you record in either BWF and WAV up to 24-bit and MP3 up to 320K. Also, when you're recording, it has a peak reduction function that'll keep you from peaking your audio and getting that nasty distorted sound, which makes it easy to record concerts or lectures as well. There's also a mixer built in, which is nice for going in and setting all the levels up of your individual inputs. Gives you a little more customization on how your sound is going to come out. And also for the musicians out there, it comes in with a built-in tuner as well. So you plug in the amp cable into one of your inputs, and you're ready to jam. There's also a couple cool accessories you can buy for the DR-40, like a foot pedal, a remote control, a carrying case, and an external battery if you need that extra power while you're out in the field. Alright, let's get to the sound test. Alright, so now we're going to be doing some outdoor shots to show you guys what it's like to film in kind of a noisy environment. Like right now we're on one of the busy streets in my neighborhood. We got some cars going by in the background. You should be able to hear them. Probably not too bad because the condensers are pointed right at me instead of out on the street and everything. Sometimes some wind, which we don't have at the moment, can be a little overbearing on any type of microphone. So my advice, just get a dead cat if you're looking at that, or there's nothing really specifically made for the DR-40 to reduce the wind on these little condensers. condenser mics here, so you might have to get creative, use a little beanie or something, maybe a rubber band over it, just kind of see what your options are. But this is gonna give you a good idea of what it's like to film in those conditions, even if you're at a rock concert or you're in the mall or next to a highway even. Alright, let's move on to our next shot. Alright, so now we're filming in an indoor setting, which obviously you're not going to have to worry about wind or cars going by or dogs barking in the background. The thing you're going to really have to worry about is just the quality of the room itself, see how the sounds are reverberating off the walls and everything. But this is what it's going to sound like when you're just in a quiet room, a setting, anything like that, if you want to do a dialogue scene. And as you can see, the DR-40 is right beneath me, so you can easily have it out of shot. And we're actually going to be doing some different tests on distance, so you can see the range of the condenser microphones on here to see when the sound starts dissipating. Now, as for volume, it does have that peak reducer in it, so it's going to stop it from going so far out that it's going to be distorted if you're getting really loud like this, or if you're really talking softly like this. It's going to balance out the sounds pretty well. So that's going to be the test for this part. We're going to do a couple more tests, like I said. We're also going to do a music test here in a second, so on to the next scene. Alright, so in this test we're going to be shooting across the room from each other to give you guys an idea of the quality drop as you get farther away from the microphone. For those of you who don't have a shotgun microphone, who are looking to use this as an alternative for right now. So I'm going to turn towards the mic, and already you're going to see a difference because the sound waves in my voice are going directly at the condenser microphones instead of at the camera like they are right now. So now I'm going to start walking away, start walking away, and here we go, and here we go, and here we go, all the way to where I'm almost off the frame of the camera. And you can see the difference a little bit. Even when I turn to talk to the camera here, you'll be able to notice a difference. So that's something to keep in mind as you're filming and when you're planning shots, how far away you want it to be, things like that. So now we're going to go to our next shot, which we're going to be recording from our monitor speakers for you musicians out there who want to record jam sessions or concerts. So we'll see you at our next shot. Alright, so now we're going to show you guys what it sounds like when you're recording next to the monitor speakers over there. As you can see, they're about 2.5, 3 feet away from the actual Tascam device itself, and it's just kind of sitting there pointed at the speakers. So if you're going through a jam session and you really want to get some stuff recorded without, you know, the audio interface, computer, things like that I actually have right here anyways, then the Tascam is a really good alternative for that, just to get some stuff jotted down. So that's going to be kind of what it sounds like when you're recording in front of a jam session, things like that. Next, we're actually going to get an acoustic guitar out, play it in front of there, so for all you guitar players out there, or acoustic instrument players, you'll get a chance to see how that sounds as well. Alright, so now we're going to show you guys what it sounds like recording an acoustic guitar on the Tascam. It's about 1.5 feet, 2 feet away from me right now. So alright, hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We've also got more of our normal videos, more review vids, and some content you guys haven't seen yet coming your way. It's going to be pretty cool, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This is Third Floor Live. Until next time.